Hi, I'm Derek. In this video, I'm going to be sharing with you the 5 different areas of business systems that you need in your construction business in order to get organized and know actually which systems to put into place that'll make a real big impact and get you the results that you want. All right, so we're going to be diving into all the different areas of systems that you need to have in your business. This is a systematic way of going through your business, doing a full kind of appraisal, business appraisal of where the areas are in your business, where you're lacking, where you need to focus your attention. As business owners, construction is crazy. You got employees, you got marketing, you got sales, you got to stay on top of your finances, people calling you all day long. So often we get spread too thin and we don't focus enough to get the proper results. So in this way, we'll be picking out exactly where in your business you need to be thinking about which systems to put into place. So make sure you stick around to the end. I'm going to be sharing with you exactly how you can get this appraisal form for yourself so that you can go through it. And it's a good practice to go through this maybe every 6 months or so, just to see where you're at. It's a great resource, great tool. So make sure that you stay tuned to get this for yourself later. The first function, the first area of your business that we're going to look at is marketing. And like I said, knowing which area of your business to focus on is one thing, but knowing like specifically inside that area, when you drill it down, when you get detailed, is like in marketing, is it your client avatar? Is it your sales? Is it your prospecting? Is it your lead gen? Which area is going to give you the biggest bang for your buck of your time and energy that you're going to put into it? So one thing in marketing, do you have a clear ideal client avatar? So who's your ideal client? How well do you know them? How well you know your client is how well you're going to be able to provide a service and essentially show the value that you have for them and make the sale that much easier and bring in the right types of clients into your business. So this is like a questionnaire that I've developed, and it goes from pretty much number 1, you're not doing this at all and you don't have like a client avatar whatsoever, to 5, which is like, we've got one, everybody on the team knows it, it's all built out and pretty much in perfect working condition. So you go through this, you rate yourself as we're going through this. I'll speed it up a little bit as we get it going, just to cruise through it for you. But think about your business and think like, is this an area where I need to focus, or is this an area where it's good enough for now, or I've nailed this and I don't need to think about it. Lead gen strategy. So do you have consistent leads coming in from your referrals, from your advertising, from your marketing? Do you struggle with leads? Are you trying to always like estimate on every little job that comes in because you're worried about not having enough work? You've got a lead problem. So the amount of leads, it's like it's numbers, right? You have 100 leads that maybe turn into, 70 estimates, which turn into maybe 20 presentations, and maybe you get 2 or 3 clients out of it. Like your numbers are probably better than that. It might be like 10 and then you get 2 clients or whatever. But knowing how many leads you need to bring into your business in order to get the sales on the back end, and how you can tweak your system so that, if you have 10 leads and you get 2 sales, how can you improve that to 10 and maybe 4? Or maybe you have 10 leads and you're getting 8 jobs. Well, that's telling me that you're probably either have a really strong referral network or lead network, or you're not charging enough for your service because you're underpricing the value of what you're selling. So your lead strategy, where are you at that? Current website and tracking. So is your website up to date? Does it have tracking, Google Analytics? Do you know how many visitors are coming? Do you know where they're coming from? All that kind of stuff. So where are you on that front? Consistent social media presence. So social media is huge these days. It's where people find you and where they search for you if you're using the right social platform. So what's your social media presence? Are you currently doing this, or are you not on social media whatsoever? Where do you rate yourself? Metric tracking, very, very extremely important. If you do this, because it is time consuming and it's difficult to set up. Again, this is a form that I developed for my clients. And we do this like early on when I start working with a client, to know exactly like where they stand in their business. It's a really great process. And then from this, we can work together and see like where are the areas that we really need to focus on. And then we essentially work through it. So if you want help with any of these things, if you notice something like, hey, tracking ROIs and KPIs. Like, I don't really know how to do that or what it is, or I would like help with this, or like to start a conversation, just connect with me. I'll be happy to kind of walk you through it, and we can talk about your business and these different areas of how to actually put the system in place, not just know about it, right? So ROIs. I was working with a client, and they had ads on Google, Yelp, and I think Kijiji, something like that. And never really ran the numbers, but we found out like he was paying about 10 times what he should have been compared to the other advertising that he was doing. So it's very easy. Like, you know what, you should slash your advertising in this platform because you're spending 10 times more for a lead than this other one, and focus those resources somewhere else. So you could be spending a lot of money or even a lot of time, right? Even just knowing how much time you're putting in and where the leads are coming from, you can optimize your lead gen and everything, like the return on your investment, right? Whether that's time or money. We have brand plan and guidelines for marketing. So branding's huge. Branding is what attracts people to your business. When they look at your business, like, what are you known for, right? Are you like the top of the line, pricey, but do like perfect, amazing work? Or are you kind of the economy builder where they call you, you come in and you throw up a kitchen in, a couple of days from IKEA or whatever? So, what's your branding? One is not necessarily better than the other. If you're profitable at the end of the day, hey, you're doing well. But what are you known for? Is your branding all over the place and people are confused? Or is it very specific and they know, like, I need to talk to this person because they have the service that I want? So how's your branding? Solid network. Companies regularly refer leads. Strongest leads are going to be referrals. You have a network of other business owners, people that know you, that refer work to you, your clients. Do you have a referral program? There's definitely a lot of ways that it's not just simply asking for referral at the end of a job. There's a way to do this that provides and builds your network so that you're not spending so much money on advertising and marketing, and you've got consistent lead flow just from people referring you because you do awesome work, and you have a system in place to ask for referrals, to remind people of referrals, and bring home jobs from your base of your power base. So client reviews and referrals, again, thing like a system for collecting them, right? Getting lots of reviews. Google's big, but there's lots of other places where you want testimonies, you want referrals, you want video referrals. You put on social media. Again, there's a great way to do this. Once you have, like, we've just gone through like a whole marketing, big picture systems. If you get like 3 or 4 in all those, your business is going to blow up, right? It's just going to explode. If you've done it the right way, you're going to have leads like nobody's business, right? So that's one thing. Sales, I'm going to start cruising through this because you get the point, right? But sales, so sales techniques, scripts for high closing ratios. So again, tracking your closing and having techniques and examples. Quick, like, gold nugget advice here. When you're in the sales process and you get an objection, that's what I was looking for. Write it down. Always write down the objections you get from clients in their words. So what are they saying? Like, oh, well, it's a little bit more. Oh, I want to check out a couple other builders. Oh, we're not, quite ready to move forward. Maybe in 6 months. Write those down, and very soon you'll have like a top 5 or top 10. Generally, there's going to be like 3 or 4 that come up like 90% of the time. You want to have responses for those, and you want to like know how to explain to them why that is not to move forward, or, not to be pushy, but like have a way to explain to them why that's not a big deal and why we can still move forward with the project. Maybe like if pricing is an issue, right? Oh, well, we have financing, or you should talk to my friend who can maybe help you with your financing, or whatever. If it's timing, just say like, prices are going up in 6 months. This project may be another 15, 20% more expensive, right? So just develop some ways to overcome those objections. Very, very important part of sales. Not too many people take the time to do. Set up and follow-up service strategy, upsell. So again, bolt-on services. Hey, we're doing our renovation. We've built a new deck. Would you like pressure washing so we clean your whole house and your gutters, right? Get another contractor, just make a deal with them. Like, hey, go there, do the job, give me 10%, whatever. Or just subcontract them. Little bolt-on services. If you are a moving company, a cleaning company, well, you guys can work together, right? You just had a moving. Would you like me to clean your home after you move out or when you move in? You're going to be busy, right? So these kind of little bolt-on services increase the value that you provide to a client, as well as, increase the money that you're putting in the bank. Standard pricing packages for services. So again, not getting sold on a commodity of like what you do, but having like different packages, different pricing options, those kind of things built out. Sales training program. So training for yourself, very important, but also having a program in place to train other people. So if you have an estimator, you have a salesperson, whoever, training them in the way that you want sales to be handled in a systematized, processed way. Common objections, how to resolve them. I talked about that earlier. Set and track weekly, monthly, yearly sales goals. So this is another thing too, right? Weekly, monthly, yearly sales goal, set them. May not always reach them. You want to have stretch goals, but there should be something concrete that like, hey, this is what we want to achieve. This is where we want to get to. So that's your sales. So you can see how like much detail there is in this. And as you go and answer these questions and figure out, you're going to see like, oh, I'm good here. This is an area I can work on. And again, focusing there is where that's going to get you the results in your business. Like a laser beam, right? You want to be like, getting onto it before, like getting overwhelmed and stressed out and trying to take care of everything and then like build systems like here and there to kind of like patchwork. Not a good idea. You want to find like a specific thing. Hey, get this, reach out to me. I've got templates for all of this kind of stuff. Take this, put it in your business, get it done. We've got a system in place. It may not be perfect, but at least it's going to get you to like a 3 or 4. Move on to the next one, right? Whatever's going to give you the best results and get you towards the end goal of like, whether that's time, money, freedom, purpose, whatever you're looking to achieve in your business. Written roles, job description, responsibilities. So human resources, this is, your people, your workers, your managers, whoever your admin is in your business, but you want written out roles, description, responsibilities. So everyone's clear. Communication is very high. Ideal employee avatars. So we talked about having ideal clients. So I want to take a pause here a little bit. I know I could talk forever on this stuff. I love it. But just give the video a thumbs up if you're enjoying this content. Again, awesome resource. Just give it a quick thumbs up there and stick around. I'm going to tell you how to get this for yourself. So you can do this and figure out exactly where you need to focus. Ideal employee avatar, something, again, not too many business owners do, but so incredibly important. This is what's going to fill your business with ideal employees, the ones that love coming to work. You're able to manage them. They communicate well, exactly who you want in your business, whoever that is, right? Like if you don't know who that is, how are you going to find people and hire them? It doesn't work, right? But often it's like, we just want someone with a lot of experience. They seem good, hire them, right? Well, maybe not. This is what's going to increase or decrease your turnover, but you may know your ideal client, but who's the ideal employee for each position? So want to figure that out. Hiring system, so important. Hiring is like, if you think about real estate, they say like you make your money when you buy, right? Hiring, you build your business when you hire. That's like besides the systems foundation, like the actual process and systems and like intellectual property, the people and is like the biggest like whatever thing that's going to bring success or failure to your business is like how you hire. You don't have a system for it, like consistent system for hiring, you're going to have troubled waters. That's just how it works. Complete training materials, procedures. So again, you've hired someone, now you invest in them. You invest training and systems for them to follow so that they are being able to be productive. When you hire the right people, they want to be high achievers. They want to be productive. They want to come to work and do great job, right? They want that satisfaction of employment. Give it to them and help them along in their journey, invest in them, in their training, have a system for it. Again, that'll decrease your turnover, increase morale big time. Employee agreements, handbook, onboarding process. So same thing, onboarding. How do you like ramp up an employee, right? Like, does it take, 1 week to get them ramped up and being productive? Or does it take like 3 months and they're still not kind of sure what they should be doing, right? So by having a system in place, you're going to decrease a lot of that front end cost of bringing employees into your business. Weekly staff meetings, very important. Your toolbox talks and your management meetings of like what's going on. Employee incentive programs. So again, incentivizing employees, benefits, promotions, training opportunities. There's a lot of different things that can incentivize employees. And again, just helping them stick around, making sure that they're happy with the job that they're doing. Performance reviews. So what's working, what's not working. Do performance reviews, but doing them in a way where you are like providing feedback and a lot of value to help build the people in your business. Great leaders build people up, right? They invest in people. They treat people well. So that is the HR. How did you do, right? Which of those things was like, oh, I don't have that at all. Like I didn't even think about it in my business. That's probably somewhere where you need to focus on and look at and improving, definitely. Operations. So let's take a little break here, grab a bit of coffee. All right, operations. So again, very, very important. This is like really heavy process stuff, right? Operations, like how does things work. Cloud-based file storage system, you should have regular backups. You should have a file storage system that people can access. You can provide access to different people inside your organization, depending on, what they should be able to access and take up. So do you have that? CRM for tracking and scheduling client projects. So what's your CRM? Are you tracking clients? Do you have a way of making sure clients have information? Do they know the schedule? Do they know the budget? Do they know, they get pictures of sites? Do they know the selections that they've made? So all that stuff, you have a way of tracking, following up with clients. Client onboarding and project checklists. So checklist, so important, just to make sure nothing's forgotten. And onboarding clients, making sure they're super excited. The expectations are there so that when something goes wrong on a project, which is going to go wrong, there's very few projects where it's all just smooth sailing to the end. And it's you wrap it up and it's oh, nothing went wrong, right? Making sure clients know this is a renovation. This is redoing whatever, swimming pool in their backyard. There's probably going to be some weather involved. We may get a delay, yada, yada, yada. We'll do our best. But, what are the expectations and what do you need from the client? I need this all cleaned out. Otherwise, we'll probably going to wreck something when we come through. So having a document in place and having those conversations, in an easygoing, fun way, but where the client understands what needs to be done, expectations that they have for you, but also that you have for them. So that's very important. Tracking deficiencies. When you close out a project, you want to wash your hands of it done, right? And do you have a way of making sure that when you finish a project, you're not getting callbacks, a month later, 2 days later, 3 months later, because something broke or they found something or whatever. So a way to sign off on the project to make sure you're covered, that no, we did, the project's done and completed. Obviously there's going to be warranties or things can come up, but having a way to really minimize that, because that is really where you think you're profitable on a project. You get a bunch of callbacks or some warranty work. Well, that's a waste of project now because you've essentially been called back too many times and fix things. Leadership and continuing education programs. So leadership inside a business, as you build all these systems and processes out and really get a full functioning business, leadership is going to be the key to scaling, right? To growing. You as a business owner, you are the numero uno. You're the leader of the business, the captain of the ship, but you have to be able to train and encourage leadership inside your organization, whether that's, your bottom end employee who's just going to be a leader with actually doing his job properly, showing up on time, whatever, or if it's crew foreman or your project managers, giving them the space, but also giving them the training and culture in which they can step into a leadership role and start to do their job in a way that provides strength to the organization. As well as where they're not relying on you constantly to be answering decisions and kind of hand holding them while they should be taking the initiative. Written system for maintaining company space, equipment, and vehicles. So you've invested in, you got your trucks, you got your generators, you got your trailers full of tools, you got your office space, shop, maybe, whatever. A system just to maintain it, to keep track of it, make sure that, you're doing regular oil changes and things are clean and organized and you don't have tools that mysteriously go missing without your knowledge and you're constantly buying new stuff. All right. So been through a lot. As you can see, there's a lot of different parts of a business that really need attention. And this is, without knowing this, probably the reason why maybe you've been overwhelmed or you don't know where to start, or you're maybe doing a little bit here, a little bit there, but it's not really being effective. You're still just as busy doing 60-hour weeks, taking care of everything, running around, still having issues with employees or clients or whatever. It's because it's not easy. There's a lot of different areas of a business that you need to get right. And knowing which ones to start with, to put your time and energy focus into, is very important to getting results quickly, rapid results, right? That's what my company's name is, and that's what we do. And this is how we do it. We pinpoint what needs to get done. We focus on that. And then I provide resources specifically to get you there from A to B to C to D quickly as possible. Finance, another big key piece of the pie. Make sure that you're not going to be hitting icebergs. You're not going to be sinking your ship. You're not going to be looking into your, going to the bank trying to get loans to keep your business afloat when you've kind of, screwed over on jobs, or maybe you just weren't watching your numbers or whatever. So we have a bookkeeping system that's updated and reviewed at least weekly. I hope that you have a bookkeeping system in place. I know a lot of contractors who have been operating for years and don't really have a bookkeeping system. They just kind of go to their accountant once per year and let them do the taxes and like, let's see if I made money this year or whatever, right? Not a way to run a business whatsoever. You know, your cost of goods sold, overhead, margins, right? There's different categories of finance, cost of goods. So this is like your whatever. I'm not going to get into explaining it, but you know the different areas of your business, you know your overhead, what kind of margins you're making, your gross profits, your net profits, all that kind of stuff. We collect payments before and or during service. So having like collecting payments often, not letting clients like wait, you know, months or days or weeks or whatever, but having that cash flow come in, right? Complete a job, you get the money. Are you staying ahead with deposits, you know, invoicing weekly or whatever you need to do? So you have a system in place for that. Separate bank accounts. So this is from like kind of the profit first, but separate bank accounts for income, profit, taxes, owner's pay, and expenses. You should have at least 5 bank accounts for your business, and they all contain money for different things. So when it's tax time, it's like you go to your tax account, boom, you pay your taxes. When you need to buy a new truck or you need to purchase new equipment, you go to your expense account, you have money there. Boom, can I afford it or not, right? That's the whole point of having these different accounts. It's like, here's my profit in one account. I know how much it is. I know how much my taxes, you know, I've set aside for taxes. This is how much money is there to pay that. And it keeps your business operating in a way where you always know where your money is at. Even if you're not have like great bookkeeping, at least you know kind of how much money you have available for the different parts of your business. Liability and life insurance. So super important. You need to have proper insurances in place. Personal investments, right? You may not be around forever. Your business may not be around forever. You want to retire probably sooner than later. So you should have a system in place to be pulling profits from your business, investing it long-term in a way that you know, hey, if I just continue down this road 10, 20 years, 5 years, even if you're, you know, doing great, I will be able to retire off of my investments and knowing that and having a strategy in place. So that's the whole kit and caboodle. Like I said, in order to get this business appraisal form, check out the description below. I've got a link down there. Click the link, go to the website, and you can get the, access to this business appraisal form. Go through it, click the buttons. I've made it very easy to follow, and it'll send you an email after with a report of exactly like you can see which areas is like, hey, this is really important. I should focus on this, or this is really important. And once you do that, reach out to me and say, hey, I really need to get this process or system in place. What should I do? How can you help me? I will reply to you, or we can get on a call or whatever. So first step, just check out the description in this video. Click on the link, get this form. It's going to do amazing for your business. It's going to open your eyes to like where exactly pinpointed do I need to focus my time, energy to get the desired result, my end goal. So here's the best of growing your business. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one.